Hey Scorpio, how's the Scorpio crew doing this week? We are just doing our weekly readings and obviously for the month of June, so kind of monthly readings, but we are looking at a few different areas today. We are going to be, I'm going to have a special draw today for health and healing, as well as, just general and love as well. I do just want to let everyone know, if you could please leave a comment on one of my videos, you will go in the draw for a free personal reading. But I do really appreciate every single like and comment and subscribe as well. We are just a really small channel trying to grow a little bit there. So I do really appreciate all your support, guys. Thank you so much. But today we're using the Seventh Seal Lenormand deck there. I do have the Healing Light Lenormand for when we look at the health section. I also have with me the Island Time Wellness, which gives some great love perspectives there. But we're starting today with some cards from the Shapeshifters Oracle deck here, okay? So we'll get straight on into it for us there today. So Scorpio for the month of June. What's happening for Scorpio in June? Okay, so we do have here Fiona and the Unicorn, okay? So that does say the gift of sacred sight. Interesting, Scorpio. So you may be coming into some of your own abilities a little bit more strongly this month, Scorpio. Some of those may be sort of being revealed to you. The gift of sacred sight. A lot of the time that can talk about just following your intuition as well, okay? Everybody has an intuition, so you do have that sort of inner sight that you do have the ability to follow, okay? So we do also have Mermaid in a Koi Pond. Okay, so what a beautiful water element card for you there. That's rediscover your individuality and become the dragon. Okay, interesting. So if you've got some fire signs, maybe needing to lean into those a little bit this month, becoming that inner dragon, that sort of warrior, it's that Scorpio with a bit of bite, isn't it? It's that dragon, rediscovering your individuality this month, Scorpio. Very interesting. We'll see what comes out for you. Scorpio for the month of June, please. Month of June for Scorpio. Scorpio for the month of June, please. Okay. Some beautiful energy coming out for you today, Scorpio. Firstly, I do have the tree coming out that kind of flew out of the deck. Okay, so I do feel as though that's linked up with the gift of sacred sight card that we saw there, that Fiona and the Unicorn Oracle. The tree talks about self-growth, self-awareness, growing new leaves on yourself, within yourself, expressing that individuality a little bit as well, expressing, because I feel like I'm just getting this image of, how trees, all the branches, they grow, sometimes they grow in really interesting patterns and express their own individuality. Each tree is different kind of a vibe. So I am definitely getting that coming through strong for you guys, to do with your individuality and the gift of sacred sight cards there for you there, Scorpio. So quite interesting. Making sure we're taking time for self-care. There may be some inner knowledge that you are needing to sort of look at this month for you guys there as well. So the tree of knowledge and really that self-growth, though, coming through quite strong for you there, Scorpio. Then we do have quite a little interesting message has come out next. We do have the house. All right, and that was followed up by the ring, and the stork as well. Okay, so the house is all about stability, security. It can be talking about that, that family element, family home kind of a thing. So we may be looking at a relationship within the family group, or a relationship with somebody, that they feel like home to you, that kind of a vibe. But I do feel that for majority of you, this is just talking about stable relationships headed your way this month, some sort of stable connection, relationship headed your way, stable cycles as well, being secure in the cycles that you're in. Quite a lot of the time, we do sort of tend to question whether or not this cycle is, for our own better, like highest good, that kind of a thing. But it's looking quite stable for you, with the house coming out there. That's quite strong, grounded energy. It doesn't have much movement to it, which is quite interesting when we do see on the other side of that the stork energy, which does evoke quite a lot of movement. The stork really stirs up new energy. Okay, so for some of you, we may be looking at a brand new connection coming through, getting stirred up, things in their sort of early stages. So that new energy, new beginnings, definitely come through with the stork. You can kind of see the stork taking flight there, ready to go pick up the baby and deliver it to somebody. So for some of you, that could actually be a pregnancy. Okay, so that definitely could be a pregnancy with those three cards. So there may be news or a pregnancy coming through this month for you there, Scorpio, as well. But not all of you, of course, but we are looking at, some sort of cycle that's in its brand new. It's like the birth of a new cycle, the birth of a new connection, definitely coming through, but it's definitely going to be a stable, secure connection for you there. Okay, so quite interesting. Excuse me. Then we do have the mountain, okay, and that was followed by, oh, I've actually got two cards there. Interesting. I thought that was just one card, but it was actually two have come out together. So we have got the birds and the clouds energy there. Okay, so with the mountain, we may be finding ourselves, just in that stages at the moment where we are sort of having to persevere through something. It can talk about delays, challenges, obstacles in our path. But the mountain, the great thing about the mountain is that once you get to the top, once you put in that hard work to climb to the top of the mountain, you can kind of see your path, see your way clear to come back down the other side. So every obstacle is an opportunity in disguise with the mountain. It really does talk about opportunity, as well as, things that may seem like they're an obstacle, but they're actually like an opportunity. There as well, especially with the birds coming through. The birds, quite a lot of the time, it can talk about that excitement to sort of climb that mountain and get to the top of that mountain. So when you hit the top of the mountain, you do have this strong sense of achievement as well. Okay, but with the birds energy, there is a bit of a, that chitter chatter. Phone calls sometimes important with the birds card, but I do feel I'm kind of getting that, with the clouds coming out with that card. We may be just sort of looking at needing to have a bit of a chat with our own thoughts, and how we're looking at this mountain. Okay, are we just looking at this huge perilous climb, or are we actually looking about how awesome it's going to be when we get to the top, the view that we're going to get once we get to the top of that mountain? Because with the clouds does talk about, your thoughts and the way that you're thinking about things. So I do feel that it's kind of important for you to, look at this climb with a sense of excitement, okay, and have a bit of a talk to yourself about the way that you're thinking about this hard work and perseverance, and these obstacles that you're facing this month, and really making sure we're reminding ourselves that every cloud has a silver lining. Every mountain has a top and another side to climb back down. You know what I mean? So once you get to the top, yeah, you can see your way clear, kind of a thing. The view is worth the trek, kind of a vibe. Okay, so that birds is, I just keep feeling like it's just a bit of excitement, and that just chitter chatter kind of energy. Just you know, so there may be some important conversations around this at the moment. Sorry, I do have some sinus issues, and I've just gotten over a sickness, so I'm kind of just a bit on that still climbing to the top of that mountain at the moment to get over that completely. But then we do have the sun rounding out that message for us. So you can kind of see here, this sun card does have mountains in the picture as well. All right, so and we do have mountains in that clouds card as well. So once again, looking at the way that we're looking at that climb. All right, so and then with the sun there, that's letting us know that towards the end of the month you're gonna hit the top of that mountain, and things are gonna start looking you know, a lot more opened up for you. All right, you're gonna have that happiness shining down on you. The sun really is a warm, happy energy. All right, and it reveals these new paths to you as well. Okay, the you know, it shines the light on the top of the mountain where you finally made it, that achievement. So you will have that light shining down on you toward the end of the month, bringing in happiness. And I feel too with a lot of new things on the horizon for you there. It's quite interesting, Scorpio. You know, I do feel as though we're looking at some pretty positive overall energies. There may just be a few little obstacles and challenges to sort of get through in the meantime. But we'll have a look at health and healing for you there, Scorpio. Scorpio, June. Scorpio in June, health and healing, please. Scorpio in June, health and healing. Okay. So we have the sun at the bottom of the deck once again. So so that's actually, you know, super positive news coming your way, I feel, as when it comes to health and healing as well. All right, because what we're seeing here, I do have the lily followed by the key, and then that's rounded out with the mice card. All right, so it's a pretty simple little message that we're getting when it comes to your health and your healing. You know, like I said, I feel as though the mice card here at the end is actually talking about what we're sort of healing from, what we're dealing with. It's something that's been niggling away at you for a while. Okay, so it may be a health issue that's kind of been in the background, niggling away at you a little bit, just one of those little annoyances type health issues, rather than anything full-blown serious. All right, but what we're actually seeing is the main portion of the message here. We have the lily and the key, so that talks about long-term success. All right, long term new doors opening to you. All right, so I do feel as though you know, if you have had some little health issues niggling away at you, you know, this can also talk about, you know, it can be, when we're looking at health, it can be talking about just go to the doctor. They're going to open the door to answers for you. I kind of feel with this key it's going to unlock some answers for you in regard to any sort of niggling issues that you've been having. But long term, totally successful. You know, the key really does talk about success. Okay, so successful ventures. So you know, long term, I don't feel that this is going to be you know, a long standing issue. It's going to be something that might be actually easily resolved. So like I said, sort of get to the doctor, tell them about this niggling issue you've been having, and they're just going to go, oh look, we can fix that like this, and it'll be solved for you. All right, and then it won't be sort of eating away at you anymore. All right, so it does feel like a pretty positive message with that key there. Okay, that it's we're looking at success within healing and health. All right, so that's the main message overriding anything coming through here is that success. And like I said, with the sun was on the bottom of that deck there, that you know, it's going to result in happiness, and whatever light we shine on this mice card, it's going to result in happiness and answers being sort of given to you, I feel, with health issues. All right, okay, so have a look at love for you then, Scorpio. Scorpio and love for the month of June, please. Scorpio and love for the month of June. Okay, and I'll grab you some Oracle as well. What's going on for Scorpio in June with love, please? Okay, interesting energy here, Scorpio. Okay, so firstly, I want to show you this oracle here. We have the runner. Okay, so that's the runner in a codependent relationship who has a fear of intimacy. They're listening to their ego. Okay, and I feel like that's sort of what we're facing sort of at the start of the month. Then you may be in a bit of a codependent connection where, you know, someone is sort of the runner type archetype when it comes to relationships, all right? But we are seeing the scythe coming through. So the scythe really does talk about unexpected changes, you know, sudden break from that energy, a sudden change from that energy, all right? And what we are seeing though is that we do next have the anchor. So you may actually, you know, June may be a period of time where, you know, I feel as though this is what this is talking about is, you know, the scythe energy is someone doing the runner. Unfortunately, is what it feels like. Is that that's kind of what's going to happen for you in the month of June. You know, this sudden unexpected change is someone you thought that, you know, you may be able to grow a connection with, and they're just going to kind of, you know, do that runner energy out of their own fear, out of their own ego, you know, their own fear of intimacy or whatnot, and it's going to sort of suddenly change. You know, things may be actually going all right, and then that's going to suddenly change, and they're going to. I feel like it's talking about someone sort of doing the runner from your life, unfortunately, there, and that's going to leave you in this anchor energy. So the anchor energy is kind of like stuck, kind of feeling like leaving you kind of stuck and left at the bottom of the sea, you know, holding down the fort. Well, they're off doing the runner, unfortunately, is how that's vibing toward that. You know, but we do see that it's going to weigh you down a little bit and keep you stuck in one place for a little while when it comes to matters of the heart. We do have the heart coming through lastly with that. So it does just feel like your heart's just going to be a little bit weighed down this month when it comes to whatever's going on there. But then we do have this other oracle as well. Okay, so that's the Phoenix. So that does say new phase, rekindling, renew, transformation, growth, and change mind. All right, so I do feel as though, sorry, Scorpio. I do feel as though that this is actually, you know, for your best interests in the long run. It may not feel like it. You know, we did see that mountain energy coming out for you, some sort of challenges, but you know, when it comes to matters of the heart, you know, if somebody's going to act that way and keep you stuck in a connection that is not for your highest good, then you need to love yourself and move forward with or without them. All right. So I do feel as though, you know, definitely you can be that phoenix. You can rise from the ashes of whatever this is for you personally. All right. You know, it's just going to give you that chance to renew and transform that energy into something much more positive. Okay. So that's what we have for you for the month of June. Do leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. But if this is where we leave each other, thank you so much for your time today.